So here we are making it out again to a secret location to do a bike review. So yeah, I've been wanting to stop there and take pictures for such a long time. Here we are at a boatyard and the secret spot. There she blow. Making it out here to do my terrible Triumph Bobber Black review. Essentially tried videoing this a couple times and just never really liked it. Never really liked essentially what I started talking about, and yeah, decided I'm just gonna do a rundown through the parts that I have thus far, some parts I plan on getting in the future, and yeah, maybe an update or two about something, but we'll see about that. So yeah, let's get started. If you guys have been checking out my videos thus far, you know this is a 2018 Triumph Bobber Black. I got this from my dad about 3 months ago. He's owned it for the last couple years, decided he wasn't gonna ride anymore, so he luckily gifted it to me, and I have been enjoying the heck out of this. So, have about 1,500 miles on it in the last 3 months. Did the factory shorty rear fender, did the OEM integrated LED turn signals in the back. These are the 64 millimeter ones, which I believe are the United States ones, considering I can't get the smaller ones, which I see in Europe a lot, or in the UK a lot. Took the Triumph badge off right there. I currently am running the factory rear shock, but I do plan on getting the Fox one in the future. Something new is the Vance & Hines. I did an install video, but now that I have some long trips on these pipes with the cat still, I absolutely love how these sound. They're not unbearable for doing multiple hour trips without earplugs in. And the tone is just perfect when you're riding back roads and you let off, you have some popping. It's just highly recommend you trying to find a set. So as we move to the front, did the short OEM front fender, as well as the matching turn signals. I wasn't sure if I was gonna put them on at first, but I think it draws the bike together overall. One thing I wasn't gonna do originally was I put the black intake covers on, got the black oil filter, or not oil filter, got the oil filler cap. I do want to make some of these in the future, but I'm not going to buy any. I want to make them. Probably going to paint this black in the future, maybe get a new cap, maybe not. Essentially just want to make everything kind of draw together and look right. But yeah, gonna flip the bike around. So here we have it. So this is obviously the other side, but gonna run through the fact that I flipped the risers backwards, so now the bars sit farther forwards. Just gets them a little bit farther forwards and a little bit higher. Did have to move the instrument cluster down a little bit. I personally like it after riding it like that, but when it's all the way up, this gets kind of close and you can't really see your high beams or neutral setting, or actually your turn signals either. But other than that, on this side, one thing that I have had on here for such a long time is this bicycle frame bag. So I personally like it because it's just super sleek and you can't tell looking down at it. Most people don't even notice that it's on there, but I personally like it. I plan on getting one that fills it out a little bit more for doing the bike packing that I have planned. This is my cheap little side tag mount. I do plan on making a one piece, or make it out of one piece of metal rather than having the extra bolts right here, but I like it. It's secure. I've been running it for a while and don't have any issues. Once I wash the front end of this bike, I do plan on doing a small bag right under here. There's a bicycle company that makes one that is waterproof. It's designed to hold a bike pump to pump up the tires, but it is about 2.5 inches round, and it's 12 inches wide, so it's going to actually fit in the front of here pretty perfect. And if by chance I bottom out the fork, it will still not crush the front fender, and it will like barely touch it with a 3.5 inch travel in the front. Other than that, one thing that I have thought about lately is I'm still running the stock seat on here. I have been looking at the statement saddles or statement seats. Essentially, wouldn't mind having one, but my biggest issue with it is due to the fact that it's leather. I personally am vegan, so I've been starting to look at buckets to make my own seat. I need to actually do the measurements of this one. I think I found a company on eBay that I can buy a steel bucket from, and yeah, I'm gonna probably go down that path. The only way that I would do a statement seat is essentially if someone either gives me one or basically gives it to me. I'm not gonna buy it for any reasonable price, and I don't mean that in like a bad way. I rather someone else have it that would buy a new one, because I rather someone else have that one and not spend the money on new leather. Personally, obviously, rather have people not buy animal products. But regardless of that whole situation, yeah, you're gonna probably end up making one unless someone wants to gift me one. So yeah, let me know. But when I do make a seat in the future, I will make a video on that. I'm pretty excited, and yeah, let's get rolling back home because the sun is starting to go down over here. So yeah. So if you guys have stuck it out through the video this far, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, personally, rather do that, run you guys through the parts that I have on the bike rather than do a review, because realistically, after trying to watch these reviews, like, everyone has their own personal opinion. Like, when you look at the bike on the website and you read the specs, like, you can compare bikes, like, stat-wise or performance-wise. But realistically, like, you have to go and ride them yourself and experience them. Like, someone can't tell you what you're going to think about the bike. Like, I feel like it's just kind of silly to expect to figure that out. I personally just look at the specs. The bike has to kind of like call to me. Like, if I enjoy the bike, enjoy how it looks, I actually start reading more about it and then figure out if I want that bike or not. This one, like I said, I got gifted. I personally have been a huge Triumph fan ever since I had my BMW, which was, what, like 7-8 years ago now? But yeah, I got a BMW because I had a Volkswagen and really liked German engineering, so I got the BMW S1000RR. Gonna see if I can try to find a picture of it and post it right here. But yeah, bought the BMW. I personally just wanted it because it was a German bike and I really liked how it looked. I liked the 2 different offset headlights. By the way, I had a 2012 all black, put the factory race kit on it, so it deleted the turn signals and the tag bracket and the mirrors on it. But realistically, that bike was just way too much for being on the road, so I started looking at the Triumph 675s. and just fell in love with Triumphs. And my dad and I were talking about bikes a few years ago, and I was looking at a Triumph. He was looking between the Indian and this bike, and he asked me which one I would get. I told him the Triumph, and like a day or two later he sent me a picture of this, and it was awesome. I personally never ended up getting a bike back then, but am super grateful that he decided to give me this bike. And yeah, gonna ride the heck out of this bike. I think it fits my style. It's kind of sporty, but mainly like minimalized and all black. So yeah, long story short is buy the bike that calls for you. You're going to ride it more, you're going to enjoy it more. It's not going to be, one bike's not going to be the best bike to do everything. So most of my riding is like a day trip or whatnot, scooting around. I'm going to be doing some bike packing on this that I think will be interesting and fun to try to figure out and get everything fitted and everything I need. But yeah, that will be it for this video. Thank you guys for checking it out. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments or anything, leave them down below. And yeah, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.